Elephant tusks, worth a lot of money for their ivory, are getting them killed or poached in large numbers, so that expensive items can be made and sold from the elephant tusks.
The insatiable quest for ivory from tusks is killing elephants at an alarming rate.
To get the ivory from tusks, humans killed hundreds, even thousands of elephants every year back before 1990.
During the 1900s, so many elephants were killed that their population declined from close to 3 million to less than 500,000.
During the 1900s, the number of African elephants living in the wild declined 20 times over, mostly due to poaching.
This chart first shows the decline in the elephant population from 1900 until 2000.
In the 10 years leading up to the ban on ivory sales in 1989, poaching caused the deaths of more than 1 million elephants.
By 1989, so many elephants were being killed by poachers that the sale of ivory was banned worldwide.
The ban on ivory sales was at first successful because the elephant killings declined significantly.
Lately, as in within the past few years, a new breed of killers, more organized and more cruel than ever before, have started killing elephants again.
Not only are the poachers taking elephants' lives to feed their own hunger for money, they are killing these animals in cruel and merciless ways.
Half of this elephant's head was sawed off by poachers. He could have still been alive when a machete or chainsaw was used to remove the head.
Part of this elephant's head was crudely hacked off by poachers.
Babies without tusks are even being killed so that their screams will not be heard as their mothers are killed.
They get in, they get the tusks, and they get out quickly.
Poachers don't care at all about how they do this.
Another tactic used by poachers is setting fires to the elephants' homes, forest areas in and around where they live. This forces elephants to take cover in smaller areas, thereby making the hunt much easier.
But unfortunately, the suffering and cruelty does not stop with the elephants who are being attacked and murdered.
What's more is the elephants are also psychologically impacted by what they've seen and what they know. There are impacts and deep scarring within members of the victims' herds. You see, elephants are intelligent enough to have at least some understanding of the finality of death. And there are many times the elephants actually witness the butchering of their loved ones, freaking them out even more. Because elephants are able to love and care for members of their family and herd, and able to feel emotion and pain, they are traumatized when a member of their herd is killed.
People who have worked with elephant herds have reported signs of post-traumatic stress disorder in elephants who have lost herd members to poaching. PTSD is a severe anxiety disorder that develops over exposure to events resulting in psychological trauma. Symptoms include flashbacks, increased negative excitement, sleeplessness, and depression.
Elephants are very close to one another. They live in really close herds, families. Mothers, daughters, aunts, sisters, grandmothers, and a number of baby and underage elephants.
Elephant herd members work together, play together, and stay together for life, or until life is taken from them early because of poachers.
We have lost so many of our world's elephants because of greed and evil.
This is an urgent crisis. The crisis will not go away. Only the elephants will.
One by one, day by day, sometimes even hundreds by hundreds, week by week, elephants are going away.
If the killing of elephants continues at the current rate and herds are continually depleted, the great mammal will face extinction, possibly even during our lifetimes. Some studies indicate that by the year 2020, just 8 years from now, large roaming groups of African elephants will no longer exist. We could lose this magnificent creature forever if we don't take action now to stop the slaughtering.
The extinction of elephants would mark a gigantic loss for our Earth.
So here's the thing. Elephants are much more than really cool looking and totally neato.
They're also some of the most intelligent, with intellect equal to dolphins and primates.
An elephant's brain is similar to humans in terms of structure and complexity. Elephants have several other characteristics and attributes similar to people. They are believed to have self-awareness.
They play.
They can use tools, they can make music, and they can even create art.
They love.
They care about each other and form strong bonds. They can feel sadness and they can grieve.
They are family-oriented.
Family is hugely important to elephants. Throughout their lives, they are loyal to their family members, which, by the way, sometimes doesn't even happen with humans.
Elephants truly have feelings. An elephant, though mammoth in size, is generally a very gentle creature.
The elephants are defenseless to the human hunt. They cannot run, they cannot hide, they cannot escape.
Poachers have become braver in their quest for ivory and are entering into national park territories, such as Virunga National Park in an area of Central Africa known as the Republic of Congo.
Poaching on parklands has become such a problem that parks such as Virunga are adding ranger forces to try to protect the elephant herds.
The role of a park ranger is to oversee the parklands and its inhabitants.
Virunga's Elephant Crisis Division includes these rangers, bloodhounds, and needed weapons and equipment.
With limited funds comes limited and insufficient protection for elephants. Even in spite of the dangers, these rangers are committed, dedicated, and willing to do whatever they can to protect the lives of the elephant.
Many of the rangers work for just a few dollars a day. Many do not so much look at what they do as a job or way to make money, but instead see their efforts as missions.
These men and women love and care about the elephants and put their lives at risk for the cause of trying to protect the elephants.
I believe the preservation of the natural world to be a mission sent by God, to be undertaken by us. A love of nature is what motivates us, and through living in it, we become inseparable from it. It is not easy being a park ranger, but that is the life we have chosen.
Face-off with poachers are very dangerous and life-threatening for these rangers.
Many have been killed in the line of their heroic duties, leaving grieving wives and children behind.
Yet more suffering at the hands of poachers.
The question for us is, are we willing to show support to help save the elephants' lives and protect this species from extinction?
There's things we can do to help.
Know that you don't have to be in Africa to help.
6th and 7th graders at our school, which is a very small school in rural Louisiana, worked to raise a total of $700 for Virunga National Park's Elephant Crisis Center in just 3 days.
We want to see our generation make a difference. We encourage everyone with a love for elephants, or even just an interest in them, to get involved in helping.
To volunteer to help the fight to stop the slaughter. This very important fight to save the world's wild elephants.
This kind of effort really gives me hope that there are people out there, especially a younger generation, that is going to find a way to save wild places like Virunga National Park. When I told the team in Congo about the efforts they were making to help the elephants, their spirits were immediately lifted. Understandably, Virunga's rangers sometimes feel like the world has forgotten them, but when they hear of efforts like this, they feel an important sense of support that makes the odds they face seem a little less insurmountable.
Any contribution, however small, large, or in between, is desperately needed in the fight against the elephant hunts.
Even if a few people, friends or a club or a school class, get together and donate just $1 or $2 each, this will make a difference.
Even just helping spread the word to encourage others to donate to the cause is doing something.
Every little something counts. Every little something counts.
I really hope this effort will convince others that it's truly possible to make a meaningful contribution to elephant conservation, or any conservation for that matter, from half a world away. If we can get others around the world to follow the example being set here, Virunga's elephant crisis could be solved quickly.
Remember, humans poaching are really the only significant predators of elephants. Let's show these sad excuses for humans that there are also good humans who want to see the poachers go down.
Human versus human, good versus evil. It does not have to be a losing battle for the good.
The question is, are we happy to suppose that our grandchildren may never be able to see an elephant except in a picture book?
No other animal has left such a rich and plentiful succession of traces of its prehistoric physical existence over a period of millions of years, nor provided deeper insights into evolutionary processes over the vast span of Earth's history, as has the elephant.
We share this planet with many species. It is our responsibility to protect them, both for their sakes and for our own.
Let's do our part in helping prevent the extinction of one of the most incredible mammals to ever walk this earth.
You know, these are real animals, animals with feelings. They're incredible sentient beings, and they're being slaughtered. And we can't, there needs to be this sense of urgency. You can't look the other way, because if you look the other way, when you look back, they're going to be gone. I knew there were kids out there, but I hadn't seen them yet. And it really, really lifted my spirits to know that not only were the kids out there, but they were as competent and as hard driving and held so much conviction as these kids did and do. That's what was so meaningful for me, and the level of professionalism that they went after this with was mind-boggling.